Pulse Talk, bringing insights into health and wellness with your hosts, Christine and Alex.
Ever get a prescription and think, okay, this is going to be it, like the miracle cure, and then you're met with absolutely nothing? Or even worse, like a whole bunch of side effects.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if medicine is really one size fits all.
It's a great question, and the emerging field of pharmacogenomics is really suggesting it might not be.
Okay.
It really dives into how our own individual genes, like how our DNA, can actually influence how our bodies process these medications.
So it's like our DNA holds a personalized instruction manual almost for how medications are going to affect us.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So pharmacogenomics is all about understanding how these genetic variations can impact how our bodies interact with different drugs. It's about moving towards personalized medicine,
Okay.
tailoring treatments to an individual's unique genetic makeup.
That's a pretty powerful concept, but how does it actually play out in real life? Can you give us some examples?
Absolutely. Let's look at clopidogrel.
Okay.
It's a commonly prescribed blood thinner, and it's used to prevent strokes and heart attacks.
Go on.
Studies have shown that roughly 30% of people have a specific gene variant that makes clopidogrel less effective for them.
So a significant portion of people could be taking a medication thinking it's protecting them when it might not be working at all as intended.
Right.
That's a sobering thought. What are the real-world consequences of this?
So for those with this gene variant, the risk of experiencing another heart attack or stroke is significantly higher. And unfortunately, many individuals only discover this after they've already experienced another cardiovascular event.
Wow, that's a powerful example of how our genes can really have such an impact on the effectiveness of medications.
Yeah.
It really underscores why understanding these genetic variations is so crucial. Are there other examples like this?
Yeah, there are a lot of medications that are affected by genetic variations.
Okay.
Take codeine, for example. It's a commonly prescribed painkiller. Some individuals have a gene variant that prevents them from effectively converting codeine into its active form, morphine.
So they might be taking the medication, but experiencing little to no pain relief because our bodies aren't processing it correctly.
Exactly.
Wow, that must be incredibly frustrating for those individuals.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And then we have statins,
Okay.
which are widely used to lower cholesterol. For some people with certain gene variants, statins can lead to really severe muscle pain,
Oh, wow.
a side effect that can be debilitating enough to make them stop taking the medication altogether.
Which defeats the purpose of taking the statin in the first place.
Right.
These examples really highlight how pharmacogenomics could potentially revolutionize the way we approach medication.
Exactly. Imagine a future where doctors, armed with knowledge of your genetic profile, could prescribe medications with much greater precision,
Right.
minimize the trial and error process,
Yeah.
and ensure you receive the most effective treatment from the outset.
That sounds like a game changer. But is this technology ready for prime time? Are there any limitations or challenges we need to consider?
It's definitely advancing rapidly, but like any new field, there are going to be some challenges,
Yeah.
One key area is the sheer complexity of the human genome.
Right.
We're still unraveling how all these genes interact and influence drug responses.
So it's not as simple as like, this gene means you'll react this way to this drug.
Not quite. There's a lot of nuance involved.
Yeah.
Multiple genes can often play a role, and environmental factors and lifestyle choices can also influence how someone responds to a medication.
That makes sense. It's a very complex interplay of factors, and we're only just beginning to kind of scratch the surface of understanding it all.
Yeah.
But despite these complexities, the potential benefits seem immense. What could widespread adoption of pharmacogenomics look like?
Well, imagine a world where your doctor could review your genetic profile and say, okay, based on your DNA, we know that this specific medication will be the most effective for you with the least risk of side effects.
Right.
It could transform healthcare.
Yeah, that's an exciting prospect. Fewer adverse reactions, faster recovery times, and potentially even lower healthcare costs as ineffective treatments are avoided. Seems almost too good to be true.
While the potential is certainly there, it's important to approach it with a balanced perspective.
Yeah.
There are valid concerns about data privacy and potential misuse of genetic information.
Right.
And while the technology is advancing, it's not a magic bullet. Not all medications have these clear-cut genetic links.
Right.
More research is needed.
We don't want people thinking that this is a cure-all solution. It's about adding another layer of personalized insight to healthcare decisions.
Exactly, and that's where pharmacogenomic testing comes in.
Okay.
These tests analyze your DNA to provide insights into how your body might respond to various medications, providing valuable information to inform those treatment decisions.
So it's like getting a sneak peek into your own personal instruction manual for medications.
Exactly.
Can you tell us more about these tests and how they work?
Absolutely. A number of companies are now offering these tests. They're becoming increasingly accessible. One example is ProGenome by Alpro.
Okay.
It's a simple cheek swab that you can do at home or at a participating pharmacy.
And this swab allows them to analyze your DNA and look for specific gene variants that might influence how you respond to different medications.
Precisely. You then receive a report that outlines your personalized medication insights, highlighting potential risks or benefits based on your genetic makeup.
That's incredible. It's worth noting that we're not endorsing any specific product or company. We're simply providing an example of the types of pharmacogenomic testing options that are becoming available.
Exactly. It's crucial for individuals to do their own research consult with their healthcare providers and carefully weigh the potential benefits and limitations of any medical test before making a decision.
So as this field continues to advance, what are some of the key things listeners should keep in mind?
One of the most important things is to approach this information with a discerning eye. It's essential to have open conversations with your healthcare providers about the potential benefits and limitations of pharmacogenomics.
That makes sense. Having a knowledgeable healthcare professional to help you interpret the results and guide treatment decisions seems crucial.
Absolutely. And while the science is advancing rapidly, it's still a relatively new field. There's a lot more research to be done.
Yeah.
New discoveries are being made all the time. It's important to stay informed and engaged as the field evolves.
It's a bit like we're on the brink of a new era in medicine, isn't it? Where we can move away from a one-size-fits-all approach to treatments that are truly tailored to each individual.
It's an exciting prospect, and while there will undoubtedly be challenges along the way, the potential to revolutionize healthcare is immense.
It feels like we're on the verge of like a huge shift in healthcare. With all this talk about personalized medicine, it's definitely piqued my curiosity.
Yeah, the potential is certainly there. Imagine a world where, medication choices are informed by your unique genetic blueprint, minimizing the risks and maximizing the benefits could fundamentally change how we approach treating diseases.
Yeah, it'd be amazing to see those like miracle cure moments become more commonplace.
Yeah.
But as with any like groundbreaking advancement, there are bound to be challenges and considerations.
Absolutely. One of the biggest hurdles will be ensuring equitable access to these advancements. Pharmacogenomic testing, at least for now, can be pretty expensive, and insurance coverage varies.
Right.
We need to work towards a future where everyone can benefit from this technology, regardless of, their socioeconomic background.
That's a really crucial point. We can't let this become a healthcare disparity, where only certain populations have access to these personalized insights. What else should we be mindful of as this field continues to develop?
Another really critical aspect is the ethical use of genetic information.
Right.
We need really robust safeguards in place to prevent discrimination or misuse of this really sensitive data.
Yeah.
Imagine a scenario where employers or insurance companies could use, your genetic predisposition to certain conditions against you. It's a slippery slope that we need to be cautious of.
Yeah, it's a stark reminder that with every leap forward in technology comes a responsibility to use it ethically and protect individual rights. It sounds like the conversation around pharmacogenomics is about much more than just the science itself.
Precisely. It touches upon broader societal issues of access, privacy, and equity.
Yeah.
Open dialogues and careful consideration of these ethical implications are essential as we navigate this new frontier.
So for our listeners who are, as intrigued by this as we are, what's the best way to stay informed and engaged with the evolution of pharmacogenomics?
I would say stay curious.
Yeah.
Read articles from reputable sources, engage in conversations with your healthcare providers, and follow the latest research developments. This field is constantly evolving.
Right.
And the more informed we are, the better equipped we'll be to navigate the exciting possibilities and complex challenges ahead.
Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to our health. And it seems like pharmacogenomics is handing us a powerful new tool to understand and manage our well-being in a truly personalized way. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us. Hopefully our listeners are leaving with a newfound understanding of this groundbreaking field and its potential to transform healthcare. We'll continue to keep our eyes on this fascinating space and explore more of its intricacies in future deep dives.